Something's on your mind? Yes, I'd welcome the chance. I should apologize. I can be sensitive about my daughter, and your comment that I was whining touched a nerve, but I shouldn't have snapped at you. I don't think of you as one likely to accuse me of whining, but we're all full of surprises, aren't we? You have an odd way of handling people, but we all have our quirks. I never really answered your question about how I tracked Gao down. It's not that bad a story if you still want to hear it. I'll make you a deal. If you start to look bored, I'll throw in a Lotus assassin or two to spice things up. I lost the men who murdered my daughter, but there are other ways to track men besides following their footprints, something I know all too well. 8 years ago, when my wife passed away giving birth to Pin Mei, I decided to settle down. Before that, my life was less stable. Not every girl likes pompous nobles or stuffy scholars. She and I saw eye to eye on many things, including living life to the fullest. You would have liked her if you'd met her, as long as she wasn't slipping through the upper window of your house to steal all your valuables. As I followed the trail of various slave trading rings, I started seeing connections. Strangely enough, all of them seemed tied to the Lotus assassins. Apparently not. They seemed to be aware of all of these slave rings, and yet they did nothing about them. I started drawing conclusions, and when I heard that Gao the Greater was dealing heavily with them, I started looking into him. By approaching it from the top down, assassins to Gao to slavers, I managed to piece together his involvement and learn the location of his base. My home was not far from Tian's Landing, so I'm certain that it was Gao's men who took my daughter. Meeting you and being given this chance to take the fight higher, I'm glad I chased that bastard down. I know. There's some peace in Gao's death, but not enough. People are still being taken as slaves, and much worse happening in this empire. I won't forget that. Always happy to help.